5,000 years ago, in present-day Latvia, a stone-aged man, seemingly in his prime, was drawing his final breaths. He was only between 20 and 30 years old, had no clear visible injuries, and wasn't starving or dehydrated. At the same time, a woman, also in apparent good health and equally young, was spending her last moments on Earth too, enduring the exact same agony. However, despite their fates being identical, the two did not actually know each other, nor were they even neighbors, as she was located hundreds of miles or kilometers away in Sweden. But within a few days, both would be dead, as would countless others, all slain by an invisible killer who thousands of years later is being blamed as a potential culprit behind the partial collapse of human civilization in the end days of the Neolithic. And the murder suspect in question is one humanity knows all too well: Yersinia pestis, a gram-negative bacterium which you likely have never heard of, but almost definitely know the name of the disease it creates: the plague. Yes, the very same plague that brought us the likes of the Black Death and the Plague of Justinian, two of the deadliest pandemics of all time, which combined possibly killed hundreds of millions of people. And now, some researchers think that this trouble may have also been behind an ancient plague that decimated populations across Eurasia thousands of years before. For quite a while, researchers have been aware that Yersinia pestis was an ancient pathogen, with DNA suggesting an emergence of between 7,000 and 6,000 years ago, after it had likely evolved from Yersinia pseudotuberculosis. But the going idea was that it didn't do anything interesting for a long time, only going ham during the medieval ages much later on. However, this idea started to change after researchers began to stumble upon not one, but dozens and dozens of individuals dated to the Neolithic who all had Yersinia pestis preserved in their teeth and skulls, indicating that it had been circulating in their blood and very likely killed them, as all three kinds of the plague, septicemic, bubonic, and pneumonic, boast very high mortality rates, in some cases averaging 93% without treatment. So in other words, they were likely doomed. But despite this